think we'll be fine going into Texas. If you can't get excited going into Texas playing in front of 100,000 people, there's something wrong with it. So.
Have you noticed the mentality with your teammates has been the same as previous weeks after this?
It actually, I was kind of worried about it when we were coming in here on Sunday, and it was still positive, upbeat. Everyone was working, no one really complaining. That's the type of team we have. So.
I know you don't want to force the ball, but is there anything you can do to get Kevin football a little more?
That's up to the coaches to decide scheme-wise. If people are going to put two guys on them, then other people are going to be open, and other facets of the game are going to be open. But still, you're going to have to get your best players the ball. So there's that.
It's 2 weeks in a row where defense has made a point of taking away your top weapon. From your perspective, what's that like having to make that adjustment? I know, get other people involved, but it's got to be a tough adjustment when all of a sudden your number one option is double covered.
Yeah, it's almost, I think it's the three, actually. Teams are really keen on it. It's almost like, what can you do? And it's just, I'm sure it opens up a lot of other things, and but still, you do have to find a way to get the guy the ball. We weren't able to do that as much as we would like to the past couple weeks, but I think this week will be a little bit of a different change, and hopefully we'll be able to get it to them.
Knowing that Texas will probably throw the same thing out there that the last couple opponents have, what do you, in your mind, think you can do better to get Kevin the ball?
Well, they're actually, what we've seen on film, they're a lot different than a lot of teams we've played. They're a lot more single high. When most teams before have always been too high, but then just maybe put more emphasis on Kevin. So we'll see how much they do. They got a veteran secondary. They're one of the top in the conference and in the country. The pass defense in the conference. So they're pretty confident in their guys, and so are we. So we'll see how they match up. But nonetheless, we still have to give them the ball, and obviously it's opened up things for Mario, and he's had good past 2 weeks. So.
What would you like to do better this week?
I'd like to win. Number one, I'd like to, last week the whole game manager thing came up, and I thought I did a pretty terrible job of managing the game this past week. A couple turnovers, gotta be able to hold on the ball and be more conscious of that, and just be that game manager this week.
How improved is this Texas defense? It seems like they've really made some serious strides.
Well, they've always had the personnel, I think, and then Coach Strong, he is one of the top defensive minds out there, along with Coach Patterson and Coach Saban. I said that last week, and it's the same. He knows what he's doing on the defensive side of the ball, and he's got the personnel, so that makes it a tough challenge. And there is no time to sulk and worry about last game. You're going to have to put your best foot forward this week. So.
Would you say Texas then defensively is close to Alabama, close to TCU?
It's that type of style, quality-wise, yeah. I would say so. Coach Strong does a lot of the same things that Coach Saban does, but then he has his own little twist to it. So I would say it is very similar.
Dana called their defense tricky. Said that they're going to do a lot of different stuff, throw a lot at you. How do you prepare for that this week to kind of get ready for anything they can throw at you?
A lot of it is their fronts, which do affect me, but not necessarily as much as secondary. It's more of the up front line type thing. But still you're going to have to prepare like we have all year. I don't think anything's broken or anything needs to be changed. Maybe just some minor fixes here and there. But I've faced him before when we were at Florida State. He was at Florida. My dad's known him for a long time now, and I've known he is one of the better coaches out there, and I'm excited to play him.